Hi, hello, I'm Alexis. I'm here today to talk to you about creating your personal brand through storytelling. And this session is really about trying to find that unique element about yourself. Why storytelling? Basically because we're all storytellers. And if you engage in your storytelling mind, that's the thing about you that sees the world in the unique way that you see it, that's totally different to everybody else. And I think for your personal brand, that's what you want to find out about yourself. What is that unique element that you do that nobody else does? So that's how we're going to approach it. And I'd like to give you an example so you've got in your minds a goal of where you're trying to get to by the end of this. Some time back, I worked with a person, let's call him Alan. And when Alan was trying to deliver his personal brand, it was full of facts and it sounded something like this. Hi, my name's Alan. I'm a lawyer. I trained at this university. I've worked in this organization for this many years. I'm an expert in European tax law. That was it. Many facts. By the time we finished, his brand went like this when he was doing his elevator pitch for himself. Hi, my name's Alan. If there's one word that defines me, it's long term. If I look at everything I do in my life, it is long term because I love depth and I love quality. My family is very important and they appreciate the depth and quality I give them. And I know my clients know that I deliver depth and quality in the work I give to them. And then he went on and he carried on talking about it. But we had a start there of a personal brand. And I'm sure you can feel the difference. In one we have facts, in the other one there is much more fiction. And that may sound strange, but that interpretation of a person is what allows other people to engage with them. And that is all I'd like to try and find with you today. So I'm going to take you through a process and you're going to need a pen, a paper, and you're going to need a pad, an iPad, a tablet, or a mobile phone. So if you've got everything ready, let's start. First question. I'd like you to think and write down on that piece of paper in the center what it is you actually do in your job. Okay? It may be one word, 2 words, 3 words. It may be teacher, provide legal advice. It may be coach, fireman, whatever it is, write it down. And now, I know that if you think about what you do, and you especially think about that particular thing that you do, there are moments which are very dull, and there are moments which are very exciting. And I'd like you to just write down those exciting moments. Any words that come into your mind, it might be contact with people, creativity, challenging, whatever it is, just write down as many words as you possibly can about the exciting things that you do. Great, well done. And now, the third part. I'd like you to think back over the last 6 months. And I'd like you to think back to 2 or 3 moments of achievement. And by achievement, let me define it for you. A moment where you were doing that thing that you do and you thought to yourself, yes, this is it. It's all coming together. Wow, that is working. Or maybe you afterwards you thought to yourself, yes, that was it. That really came together. That's what I'd like you to think about. And we all have those moments, even if it's just 1, but hopefully 2 or maybe even 3 of those moments. And just write down a title of what those moments are. It might have been where it happened, or it might have been the people you were with when it happened. Just write it down so you've got a title for it. Very good. Now, what I'd like you to do is I'd like to pick up your mobile phone or your tablet and find a voice recorder. It can be a video recorder. I'd like to go to each of those 3, 2 or 1 situations that you talked about, and you're now going to tell it as a story. Basically, just what was the story behind that situation? And remember, a story goes like this. First, everything's okay. You arrived. You were there. Then a challenge happens and then you overcome it. Okay? So, we'll leave each other for a bit. 3 short stories or 2 short stories. Off you go. Welcome back. Very good. Okay, now we're into the very final part. Your task now is to listen back to those stories. Don't watch yourself if you recorded it on a video. Switch it on and listen to it. And as you listen to them, write down the words that jump out, that you felt yourself put more emphasis on. There won't be many, but there will be some. There may be verbs, adjectives, nouns, it doesn't matter. Write them down. And then I'll come back to the very final part. Okay, so good luck with that. Well done. Now look at those words that you have written down. The ones that you emphasized. And I'd like you to look at those and now choose the one that you think best defines what you did to make that moment a moment of great achievement. For me, when I think back, I often say to people, I'm a transformer. I transform people's performance when they communicate. And there's many different ways that I do it, but that's what I do. And people do need to change to be able to communicate in different ways as they move on. And I help them transform. That's the beginning of me talking about my personal brand. So now that you've got that one word, put that word into a story. You've got a beginning around that word, why it's so good, where you came with it, and the kinds of challenges that you help people overcome by using that word. Good luck with that. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you'd like to go further with building your personal brand, get in touch and you can enroll for the full course and we'll meet face to face, virtually, of course. I hope you've enjoyed that and I'll see you next time. And please look at some of the other free tutorials we've got on storytelling. Take care. Bye for now.